Just come off the school run, so might look a bit dishevelled. It's a bit cloudy today, so the lighting's a bit off. But I was just doing just having some grapes. Being mindful while I was walking about, and this is what I learnt today. So it's just a quick one because I've got a few things to do. I'm going through my wardrobe, properly getting rid of stuff I do not need that just sits there. I've done this before. Hi, Black Rose, but I really need to get rid of stuff. I've got shoes in there that I don't need. I don't wear them. They hurt my feet because they're dead high. I don't like things that hurt my feet. And there's just bits of clothing that I've got that, you know, when you think I might wear it, but I haven't. So best place to go to the charity shop. So my sister's dropping her nephew off in a bit just to look after for half an hour while she nips somewhere. So I thought, right, if I'm doing her a favour, she can do me one. It's raining, so if I get off here and I'm not staying on for long, get a bin bag full of stuff for the charity shop, and she can do me a favour by dropping it off to the charity shop on the way back to pick her son up because it's only down the road, but it's raining, so she could do me a favour in return of a favour. It's not, I'll give you some money for taking that and now you can give me some money for looking after your son. No, because some people would do that. But today, so it's raining, I'm walking about, going to nursery, and I'm thinking because I switched my phone off, checked the time so I knew I'd be on time, switched my phone off so I'm not getting distracted by stuff. Looking about, and what I noticed today was talking about acts of kindness. Trying to cross the road when everyone's in a rush in the morning, and it was a back road, but it was still busy, and there were some other parents on the other side and just stood there in the rain. I'm thinking, let's see which car is going to let us, pass, how many cars had to go past before somebody stopped to let us go across. It was about 10 cars, and then 10 cars and then 2 cars on either side both stopped at the same time to let me and some other parents with kids cross the road. And I just thought, yeah, I mean, charity shop, you always say, oh, we'll get rid of stuff that I don't really need, and I've always left stuff in there, and I've still got a full wardrobe. I'm thinking, why did I take some stuff out? And I'm just thinking, the stuff that I like, but I'm either never going to get into, or they're just not really my style, or they just sat there like, what in case, like, if you had to, just for a silly example, I haven't got a ball gown in my wardrobe, obviously, but it's one of them things like, well, you never know, I might wear it. No, it needs to go. And I've got loads of shoes, so what do I need loads of shoes for? Like shoes that I don't wear. I've got a couple of pairs of boots. I do love boots with a chunky heel. So I'll get back to the cards in a minute. So I've got a few pairs of boots. I've got flat ones walking about in bad weather because you need a good pair of shoes. I just sort of need a couple of shoes for each season, and then the rest of it, a couple of shoes for when I go out. I'm not out all the time, but all the other shoes and stuff I've got because it's in fashion. I don't wear them, and then they go out of fashion. So if fashion goes out that quickly, you're just wasting your money basically. Unless you like to waste your money. But someone else can use it. Someone else might like them. And there's a couple of bags as well. I mean, how many bags do you need? I do love bags, but it's like, how many do you need? I've got a couple of favourites. The rest need to go. And I don't just mean clothes, I mean books or anything. I'm trying to declutter what I don't need. Hi, Mrs. T. So I was just talking about being mindful. So that's still being mindful, like looking at what you've got in your closet that you don't actually wear, that somebody else could make use of. Like, I got some of my little one's shoes out the other day. They're too small for him, and there's a couple of baby stuff I don't need. Like, some of it I've kept because I'm thinking, oh, it's when he was a baby, but I'm thinking I don't actually need it. I've got memories of that. It's not doing anything. There's the little box I have with those little bits in, but toys, I took some toys the other day, so I'm going to try and get a big wad together and declutter things that are just sitting there thinking I like them, but I'm not actually using them. If you're not using them, see, it's because you're on that vibe, Mrs. T. So today, Oh, by the way, Christian, who was on the other day from America, said after talking about the positive message dropping, he dropped one off in his, do they call them a store in America? Food store, whatever. I gave the last one to my mum. She told me last night that she put it in. Where did she put it? I told her to put it out and I thought, I bet she don't do it, but she did. She stuck it in. It was in a shop somewhere. I can't remember where she said it was, but she left one somewhere. So I was like, good. Oh, there's another thing I was thinking about last night. So, being mindful this morning was me switching my phone off. I knew I had plenty of time to get to nursery, looking about the cars, 10 cars before anybody stopped to let us go. So that was their act of kindness for the day. Little will they know, good things will happen in their day, because just by stopping to let some kids cross the road, that's their good deed for the day. And it doesn't have to be a good deed like sometimes you might think a good deed's a big thing. No, it doesn't have to be a big thing like you're giving millions away. If you haven't got millions, you ain't giving millions away. But if you were earning millions, you could give money away. That's what they say about always giving something back of what you can give back. If you're not earning loads of money, you can't always give out to charity lots of money, but you could do things for charity, or little things like acts of kindness, like letting someone cross the road or helping. So, and I was thinking about something the other day that came up ages ago. Mum was saying on TV, they said, women are just as powerful as men, blah blah blah. So if women feel offended if a man opens a door, because that's like saying the weak. But I had to think about that, and I thought, my mum said no, it's not, it's manners, and I thought, well, no, it isn't, because I wouldn't not open a door for a guy just because he's a guy and think, well, he's stronger than me. So in a sense, I don't agree with that. We're equal, so we can both open the doors for each other. That's how I see it, if you know what I mean. So 2 people stopped on either side and let us cross. That was nice. Waved at them, like hands up, thanks. And then, so that's what I noticed on the way to it. Like, everyone's rushing around. No one will take a minute to let some people cross across the road with little children. It's not going to make your day. It's not going to make you get fast to work just by stopping for like 2 minutes out of your life to let somebody cross the road. So that's what I noticed with cars, just thinking nobody, and you're looking at the faces, because I've not got my head stuck in the phone, I'm looking at people who are like, ooh, driving to work, no one's bothered. So I saw that. Ian, noisy cars, sorry, boy racers and whatever, but that's the only word I know. But I was watching a video the other day and it really made me laugh, because I'll have to find what she's called, the girl. I think it's Spirit Vehicle. She's really good, but she was doing a spiritual chat and she was saying about rich people, like everything's always, oh, look at me, I've got better things than you. Like Keeping Up with Jones is not bothered about that. I'm not into people like that. And then as she was talking, this like plane went across, but it was really noisy. And she said it sounded like, a boyfriend said it was like, a private jet or something for someone who's really rich. And she just went, oh, look at me making a noise because I'm rich and everyone has to hear me, if you get what I'm saying. Like, I've got a plane that I travel about and it's so noisy so you can hear me because I'm richer than you. It's like, go get a life. So there was someone coming down the street the other day, in the dead noisy zooped up cars. I know you might like them, but I was just like, why do you have to be so noisy? It's all about, oh, look at me, because you do look round when you see a car like that. So, oh, look at me, like, who cares in the big things of things. But anyway, so I noticed that about, people walking about, and I said yesterday about people just looking so miserable, because the fear factor comes in as, that's what we're saying about don't be fearful. That's why everyone doesn't, I don't mean everybody, but a lot of people don't connect to people, because things going on about in other countries, as in, oh, that's nice. See, I used to work with old people, and I've always worked with children, but I've noticed, because of what goes on in other countries where, people mention the word terrorist and all this rubbish, people are afraid of other cultures, like I'll just call like people of culture and different beliefs to what you are, and that's anything. So when I said yesterday, if you're at the school gates, let on to somebody else if you see, especially if it's a person on their own or someone of different cultural beliefs, because people are fearful that, oh, it might mean they're a horrible person. No, it doesn't. And that's also the other way around. if you know what I mean. So I was walking home and there was a lady in front of me, and I'm just going to call her a lady of culture, different beliefs, because I can't assume she was, like, I'm not offending anyone saying this, I'm just saying because I don't know. I think it's more offensive the other way, as if to say, oh, she was an Asian lady, or she was, you know what I mean? I don't know what her culture was, because some different cultures can dress the same a little bit. So I don't know what this lady's cultural beliefs was. So I'll just say she was a different lady of culture and belief. So I was walking behind her and I was thinking, oh, her feet must be cold because she just had little sandals on, and it's been raining. And then I thought, if she turns around, remember to smile at somebody. It doesn't matter if they're different. So I didn't know if she would. And then she sort of went to the side because I was coming up, because obviously I was walking fast because I was trying to get out of the rain. And she turned around and I just went, and I smiled, and she went, oh, it was a lovely day yesterday, wasn't it? And I said, yes, it was. It was because it was sunny yesterday. I said, well, it's raining today. I said, oh, I know. And then she said something and I said something back, and I said, oh, I've got to run off because I was trying to get out of the rain basically to get back to sort this stuff out before my sister comes round. So it just shows you, if I'd have frowned at her, she would have, if I'd have been just like some people do, she would have just probably been, she probably would have smiled back, but we wouldn't have spoke, because it would have been a little bit like, So that made me think, people are so fearful of things. And hi. So then I carried on walking down the street, and I'm brilliant. And there was another man walking towards me of, I'll say, a different culture belief. So I thought, right, here we go again. So, yeah, don't judge a book by its cover, but a lot of people do these days because they're worried or whatever. So there's an opportunity again. So he looked, but it made me a bit sad because I looked at him and I smiled, and he sort of did a little smile. But when I looked him in the eyes, I thought, it sounds daft. I can see that, not the fear, but, you know, like, if you get what I mean, like, people don't let on sometimes because, like, people just walk around with miserable faces. So I thought, no, you walk around with a smiley face. Yesterday I was in the garden because it was sunny, and I guess who was there? Guess who was there? I'm not saying it's the same bird, but I call him Donald. When I haven't seen Donald for ages, Donald was sat on the fence. He's a little black bird, and I was like, that's a message, that is. I'm on the right track. And I also noticed because you've got to be mindful of people, animals, and like objecty things. Like, well, it wasn't objects, it was people in cars today. And animals, because as I was walking home as well, there's normally 2 massive crows on this field near a park, and they're always there. That must be their territory sort of thing. Always together. And that thing of synchronicity, or things coming in twos that I was getting to get the message, which I've got the message loud and clear now. There was only one today, and I was like, that is really weird, because that bird, I don't know if they do mate for life, I don't know, but they're always together, and it wasn't there today. And I thought, maybe it's a message today, you know, you did get the message, that the messages you've been getting about being mindful and, you know, positive and all that sort of stuff, and how to go about it properly, which I'm realising, because there's something else that I want to go into. Hi, Sue. Something else that I want to go into. Somebody you know, Sue, that I got in contact with, Rachel. Part of what she does, I'm looking into. So, with my nails as well. So, yeah, it's just nice to notice things when you're walking about, because, like I said, you don't know unless you smile at somebody. You know, then you might get chatting. But because I've also noticed on here, I noticed a lot of people ages back were saying, people who come on live streaming, they were going to knock the comments off or stuff like that, which I can do if I want to. You know, if they're getting haters and that, because talking about the negativity, you do get people who are trying to distract you and get you off the subject, or just trying to mess about and like put you in a negative mood, and that's what you've got to look out for as well. Once you know it, then. But yeah, it was just a quick one to say. Being mindful is very helpful in the morning. So, what was I doing this morning? I got up and I started doing things that I wouldn't normally do. I was like, I don't mean wouldn't normally do, but I've got to get myself on the vibe of meditating in the morning, even if it's just for a little bit. I'm definitely getting into yoga because I've realised now you don't have to put too much stress on your body with maybe the things that I was doing. And actually, I've lost some weight as well because I'm eating healthily. I'm drinking water. Funnily enough, I've not thought about food like I used to whatsoever because food is a bit of a crutch. And this has got tangled. To try and make you feel better, but it doesn't, because what I'm trying to tell people is it's within. That's why I've realised sometimes when no, but I've heard about it, Jack, and I'm not on a water fast, but I might be doing one over the weekend because I've heard about it. But it's getting more water in the system anyway. Don't think I had any coffee yesterday, so that's quite good. I had really bad headaches at weekend. I think that was coming off the coffee. But I've realised people in the past, ex-boyfriends, whoever, friends, I've realised that I've gone out trying to help them. And I can help them by trying to help them to see things, but it starts within, and that's why I know certain people that I still know are doing the same things now that are not really affecting me. It's affecting them because they don't see and they don't want to stop it. So, like, because they have a habit. So if you have a habit, like say it was drinking a lot, you can't get rid of that habit. You've just got to replace it. You've got to take it out, but you've got to replace it with a different habit. So, but it comes from within. If someone's not ready within, then it's going to take them a long time to change. So, yeah, it's just about being more mindful in the morning. Look at people in the morning. Switch your phone off. You don't need your phone on in the morning. I just had my phone on, my alarm went off. I'm going to stop doing that and get a normal little alarm clock. You don't have to be checking on certain things in the morning, what people are doing. Just do your own thing. Doing your own thing. So I just did that in the morning, was doing my own thing, getting breakfast ready, bits and bobs, thinking about what I'm going to take to the charity shop today, which I'm going to go and do in a minute. That's why I'm not staying on long. And just look at the people in the street, all the people like looking miserable. Just be mindful and just notice what's going on and see if you can change somebody's day by smiling at them. Or like I spoke to that lady today, and some people won't do that because in their cultural belief or what they've been told of the parents, so that person's that culture or that, or the people who play that, like, it's always hating it, like that football team versus that football team. Well, we don't like that football team. We like, oh, it doesn't mean them people from the different football team are any different. It's just they support a different football team. So that's like saying you support a different belief, but it doesn't mean inside that you're all, so it's raining, but the flowers are getting their drink, aren't they? So I'm going to go now because I've got to go and sort this stuff out for the charity shop, and I'm having a big clear out because the stuff in the house that doesn't need to be in here, that's decluttering. It needs decluttering from my head. So I'll see you all soon. Have a nice time. Bye.